It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Bills and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Coming up next.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of
starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. 3 and out. A real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing now is Allen. Going deep for Diggs. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into Green. Territory. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They run here with Singletary. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. The numbers for him from a week ago. 22 carries, 92 yards.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 15 carries, 97 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Being chased out left. Caught by Cobb. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off. And his running back didn't rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense, you can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk to one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. He's got his man, Valdez Scantling. And he
picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle, and that's caught by Rodgers. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it, and his defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Now Crosby for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole, and it leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Was a pass rush, 5 sacks last week, plenty of plays given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Here's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. On the counter, this is Singletary. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From midfield, here's Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Cobb. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers rolling to his right. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 30-yard play on third.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Rodgers again now. Flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Allen now looks to throw.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. To the air, Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that is intercepted. Or was it?
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit...
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. And anytime a receiver's over 100 yards like he is, maybe the D coordinator scratching his head a little bit. If you're the D coordinator, what are you doing? About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Allen to throw it. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing now is Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And it's complete to Adams. finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Jones again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And Crosby puts it through. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it, and they do so right there.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. On 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Caught right side, Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. He's going to go deep for Beasley, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. An excellent gain, 35 yards. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Rodgers escaping the pressure right. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. So much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Dillon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 40.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll run on 1st down. Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. We'll check on his status when we get back. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
They're in a pretty good spot right now. convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the Titans have just scored, so they add on to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. That catch good for only a couple. On 2nd down, Dillon. 61 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Again, it's Dillon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers. On play action, now Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down now, Dillon, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Rodgers now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Dillon.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are pouring it on.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet. But the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Bills getting set to go.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Throwing now is Allen. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 12 more yards there and another first down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and
And down he goes. Za'Darius Smith in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this one is incomplete. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd down and 3. Now a handoff to Dillon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On play action, Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Bills on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. Allen now looks to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending cover. At him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a look at the backup Jordan Love, eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Tonyan underneath. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Love with a give to Dillon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Flushed out right.
That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And he's going to have a Packers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
They give to Dillon out of the gun.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Kenny Clark coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Dillon.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They got 5 through the... Last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Here's the big man Dillon with it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Dillon now off the option. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put the amount of points that they did by clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.